Hello, I'm Mr. Davenport, and we are back looking at FFA Basics for the third time. This time we are covering the traditions of FFA. And what I mean by traditions is we're talking about the symbols, the degrees, the motto, the mission, all of these things that are important that make up the tradition and organizational ideals of the National FFA organization. So let's get things started and let's talk a little bit about how the National FFA organization is structured, how it works. So the National FFA organization isn't a top-down organization. Okay, it doesn't start at the national level. It starts at the local level. This is called the chapter level. And so our local level is called the Spring Creek Middle School FFA chapter. Okay, so the Spring Creek Middle School FFA chapter, that is our local level. That when an FFA member pays their dues, they are paying membership dues to their local chapter. Now, because FFA is an organization that encourages competition among other chapters, we've got two levels in between our state association. We have the federation level, and that is all of the schools that are located in Wayne County. So all of our Wayne County schools, high school and middle school, are part of the Wayne County Federation. Then we have the regional level. This is where the federations that make up the Southeast region can come together and have workshops and competitions and leadership events, and anybody who's in the region can be involved. Then from there, we get to our state association, our state level, the North Carolina FFA Association. Any FFA member from the any region can participate in state events. And then the national organization, that is the National FFA organization. Any member of any state association can participate in national events. So when an FFA member pays their dues, they're paying to be a part of the local organization, and then part of the money is used to pay the state dues to be able to participate in state level events, and then part of the money is sent to the national level, which helps fund national level events. Okay? Now, with that being said, that hopefully will help you understand the structure a little bit. It'd be a good idea to write down the National FFA structure, particularly as it pertains to the local level, the state level, and the national level. Now, guys, over the course of these videos, we have been talking about the FFA mission statement. The FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. Guys, part of the FFA mission is to help students with personal growth. And being a part of the FFA organization and your local chapter helps you develop personal growth by starting to identify with other people. And part of that is being involved with traditions of the organization, being involved with and understanding why certain things are meaningful to the National FFA organization, or even if it's a local chapter tradition. So let's go through some of our National FFA traditions. Okay, so first up is our colors. Okay, we have two colors that we identify as the official FFA colors. That is national blue and And we have that because of the blue field of the American flag. And we have, of course, corn gold. And that represents the golden fields of ripened corn. It also represents unity, the unity that the National FFA organization has, because all 50 states grow corn. So both of these colors together are used as representative colors for the National FFA organization. Okay, so when we talk about the colors, we don't talk about them as, oh, just blue and gold. They have official names: National Blue and Corn Gold. So if you get asked, what are the FFA colors, you would say National Blue and Corn Gold. Just like if we were comparing with our mascot, the Spring Creek Gators, our school colors are Kelly green and navy. So if somebody asks you what color green is Spring Creek, the answer is Kelly green. It wouldn't just be green. It's a specific type of green because that is what entails the school spirit, something that we all rally behind. So, the FFA salute. So, in the official FFA salute is the Pledge of Allegiance. And we state it just like it is written. And so the pledge is essentially when you stand and salute the flag and you place your hand over your heart. I'll actually do this and so that people will understand. This is a salute, okay? And so our official FFA salute is when we stand and respect the flag and we place our hand over our heart and say the pledge, okay? And so the pledge is said like this: I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay? That is the official FFA salute. Okay? We use that in our closing FFA ceremonies prior to adjournment. And it's another one of these traditions and recognitions that we are all a part of the same organization. Okay? And we're here because we have the rights to be here given to us by our country. Okay? It's recognizing that. Now, the FFA motto. We talked about in previous videos what the FFA motto means. Learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve. And I've said previously that learning to do connects back to the in-classroom instruction. Doing to learn has to do with the application of that instruction through classroom activities, labs, supervised agricultural experiences. Earning to live is going out and showing off those skills that you've learned, or applying for awards based on those skills, or going out and competing in career development events or leadership development events to earn titles and achievements. Earning to live, showing off those skills so that you can be rewarded for them. And then finally, living to serve. Taking all of that knowledge, everything, the skills that you have acquired, all of the skills that you've earned and the money that you've earned, and then turning it into service, giving back to others. Okay? Now, so that leads us to the FFA emblem. Okay? And you've seen the FFA emblems on every single one of these FFA videos. It's this thing right here with the circle and the eagle and the FFA and the rising sun and the owl and the plow. So what we're going to talk about right now is, what do each of these pieces, these symbols, represent as a part of the overall emblem? So emblems are symbols. They mean things. So all together, these individual pieces have specific meanings. But when they come together in the form of the FFA emblem, they represent the National FFA organization. Okay, so we start with this. So look at this. What does this look like? Let's zoom in. And when we zoom in, we notice that this isn't just a circle. It is a piece of corn cut in half, turned so that we're looking down it like a circle. Okay, so this is called the cross section of the ear of corn. And this provides the base of our FFA emblem. The cross section of the ear corn represents unity. And whether you live in Alaska or Puerto Rico or Maine or Hawaii or North Carolina or any state in between, corn is grown somewhere in your state. It is the agricultural crop that represents unity from the first Thanksgiving feast, and corn has historically served as the foundational crop of the United States. And it's the foundational crop of American agriculture. So it's appropriate that our emblem's base is this cross section of the ear of corn. Now, for the thing that you're going to need to write down, the cross section of the ear of corn, it represents our common interest in agriculture, and most importantly, it represents unity. Cross section of the ear of corn represents our common interest in agriculture and unity. All right, so our next piece, the rising sun. So in the FFA emblem, the rising sun is represented by a big red sun with the rays coming up over a field. And the rising sun represents progress. Just as the industry of agriculture has developed new technologies and evolved to meet the next generation of consumer demand, the National FFA organization continues to evolve as well and continue to look to the future to meet each member's needs. And so the rising sun signifies progress and holds to the promise that tomorrow brings a new day, shining with opportunity. So the thing that you need to write down is that the rising sun represents progress. That's the most important, progress. The rising sun represents progress and a new day in agriculture. Okay? So then the next part of the FFA emblem, the eagle. Okay? So eagles have been used throughout history as images of royalty, as images of power. Okay? So the United States uses an eagle as its national bird. And so for FFA, the eagle means freedom. The eagle is the national symbol of the United States, which reminds all FFA members that we have freedom and the ability to explore new horizons for the future of agriculture. So what do you need to write down? The eagle represents freedom and that FFA is a national organization. It is across the United States, from Alaska to the Virgin Islands, to Maine to Hawaii, and every state in between. The FFA emblem, and the next level is the plow. Okay, and guys, there's something special about this plow that I want you to realize. This is not a plow that has a link up for a mule or tractor. This is a hand plow. Okay, and this plow represents labor and tillage of the soil. The National FFA organization is an organization that is founded in agriculture. It's right there in the original name of the organization, Future Farmers of America. Okay, and so agriculture is the backbone of our country, and the plow signifies labor and tillage of the soil and the historic foundation of the United States' strength. We were an agricultural country. We still are for the most part because of how much agriculture is done in this country. And both North Carolina and Wayne County are very representative of the fact that this country still needs that backbone of agriculture to continue feeding a country and the world. So, what do we need to know? That the plow symbolizes labor and tillage of the soil. Okay, that's what you need to know. The plow symbolizes labor and tillage of the soil. Now, the next part is the owl. And the owl represents knowledge. Sometimes we say knowledge and wisdom. But the owl is the long recognized symbol of knowledge and wisdom. The owl has been a symbol of knowledge for a long time, and multiple cultures, from the Sumerians to the Native Americans to the Egyptians to even European, multiple European cultures, have used the owl that represents knowledge. Okay? And so the owl symbolizes the knowledge that is required to be successful in the industry of agriculture. So, what do we need to know? We need to know that the owl represents knowledge and wisdom. Okay? Knowledge and wisdom. That's what the owl represents. And finally, the words agricultural education and FFA. They are the final part of the FFA emblem. And they kind of seem self-explanatory because they're words. Words don't usually represent anything other than the meaning that we put to them. So the words agricultural education and FFA are emblazoned in the center of the emblem to signify that it's the combination of learning and leadership that is necessary for progressive agriculture, that you cannot separate agricultural education and FFA. They are the focal point of an agricultural education program. And so, what do we need to know? The words agricultural education surrounding FFA signify learning and leadership, okay? And that this is necessary for progressive agriculture. These are things that you should be, writing down and keeping in the back of your mind. So, this is the complete FFA emblem. We've got the cross section of the ear of corn. We have the rising sun. We have the eagle. We have the plow. We have the owl. And we have agricultural education and FFA. All right, so all those emblems together come together and represent the National FFA organization. And this trickles down. The emblem doesn't change from the national level to the state level to the regional level to the federation level to the local level. Anytime you see this emblem, it represents the total, all of it, all FFA. Any local organization, any federation, any region, any state association. Now, so later on we're going to be talking about FFA degrees and what they are, and go into a little more detail about what is needed in order to achieve degrees. What I want to talk about what degrees are is just give you the basic knowledge. An FFA degree is basically how a member moves up within the National FFA organization. Each level has certain requirements that show that you are progressing as an FFA member and agricultural education student. In middle school, the only degree that we can award is the FFA Discovery degree. And then the chapter level, when you move into high school, you can be awarded your green hand degree and your chapter FFA degree. Then, as you progress into your sophomore, junior year, sometimes senior year, depending on your SAE and the projects and the efforts that you put in between it, you can apply for your state degree. And then you have the potential, if your work is good enough, to apply for the American FFA degree. The American FFA degree is a lot like being an Eagle Scout. Only a small percentage of the individuals who start on the path to earn these degrees make it to the American FFA degree. It's a very elite club every year. And so we'll talk about those requirements and those percentages later on, because I don't want to make this video much longer. Now, the next part, types of FFA membership. So FFA has 4 ways that people can be members. Now, the one that I really want you to concern yourself with is this one. Let me get my laser pointer out here. Right there, the active FFA member. These are the dues-paying FFA Ag Ed students who have paid their membership dues and they are enrolled in an agriculture course. So, any student, okay, from middle school, 7th grade, to 12th grade high school until they're 21 can pay their dues and be an active FFA member, okay? So that is your middle and high school FFA chapter. You are an active member. You can, if you pay your dues and you are in an agriculture class, then you can participate in all of the events, the CDEs, the LEDs, chapter events, regional events, federation events, all of those events that your chapter participates in. You have the right to do that as an active dues-paying member. Now, moving forward, we got the collegiate members. Now, being a collegiate member is a little bit different. This is when you have joined an FFA chapter in college. Now, there are not that many of them in North Carolina. There are 3. There's the North Carolina State Collegiate FFA. There is the Mount Olive University Collegiate FFA, the North Carolina A&T FFA, and I believe Wayne Community College has its own FFA collegiate program. Now, this is for individuals who are in college and universities where they are enrolled in an agriculture course. So it's extending what they did in high school. Now, they can't participate in the same things that we would participate in as an active member, but they can basically use this as a college club to meet with people who were involved potentially in FFA in high school, and they have shared experiences. So that means that they have people that they would automatically be able to know that they can gel with. It helps create a sense of community at college. Then we have alumni members. Alumni membership is usually people who are adults, people who have graduated college or who are already in the workforce, who aren't active members, who basically want to support their local FFA chapter. It is open to anyone who wants to support and promote agricultural education. So you don't have to have been an active member in the past to be a part of the alumni. So your individual parents could join our local Spring Creek FFA alumni chapter if they were interested in supporting and promoting agricultural education and FFA locally. And they would have to pay dues just like an active member would, but they would be paying that to the Alumni Association. And then there's honorary membership. Honorary membership is a gift. It is where alumni and active FFA chapters or active FFA associations or even a national FFA organization or regions or federations give individuals honorary FFA membership because they have been so helpful in giving outstanding service to FFA and agricultural education. Teachers are often nominated for honorary membership. Principals, school superintendents, board members, CTE directors, all of these individuals are often nominated for honorary membership because of the impact that they give in helping support FFA and agricultural education. So with that, that wraps up our look at FFA traditions. So far we have gone through 3 different sections to look at essentially what is FFA. We've looked at kind of the big picture. We've looked at the impact that FFA has on personal growth, career success, premier leadership. We've looked at traditions. We've looked at the motto and the mission statement. So this is going to kind of be a block of instruction. These videos are going to be things that you guys are going to use that's going to be on the FFA Basics work. Okay, so this will be utilized for you guys to be able to have access to answer anything that fits under the FFA Basics category. So if you guys have any questions, of course, contact me via Canvas, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.